course, the last Roots, Bloody Roots, the classic Sepultura song, you know, for not just RoadRunner label, but just for metal in general.
That was complete and utter buffoonery. There was so much crazy shit going on. It was fucking hilarious.
I think Roots was the album that really changed a lot of stuff, not only on RoadRunner, but in metal in general.
And pretty much everybody came out for that one.
It was definitely, I would guess, the climactic point of the night, you know. I mean, it was the last song, and we just tore it up.
Everyone who was backstage or whatever jumped out on stage and sang it.
That was a good time, man. All of a sudden, I feel this head between my legs. I'm like, whoa! And it was Howard, and I was like, oh, okay, we can roll with this.
It was great, you know, to close the whole party with Roots, that the song that everybody knows.
That was amazing.
I just remember there was like 20 dudes on stage playing like the same riff. It was killer.
Me and Joey run drums.
I don't know how many guitars and how many basses and vocals and stuff, and it was amazing.
It was a killer vibe, man. That was like the closer to end all closers.
Funny part was when everybody was saying, well, Joey Jordison started saying "fuck Monty Connor" because it matched the riff really well, and that was pretty funny.
To the guy that made this all possible and fucking killed us while doing it. Fuck Monty Connor. Fuck Monty Connor.
Fuck
Monty Connor.
Fuck Monty Connor.
I think that was Jordison's idea, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck Monty Connor. Fuck Monty Connor. Fuck Monty Connor.
No comment.
Fuck Monty Connor.
Yeah. I mean, he knew that was a joke. You know, we've been talking for a while. I mean, like, he's one of my best friends, so, dude, I would never mean something like that to him. He's absolutely awesome.
He's a good friend of mine. Monty's a good guy. He's the A&R to RoadRunner.
I think every single one of those bands, past, present, future RoadRunner bands, were all signed by him or dropped by him at one time.
They should, instead of calling it the RoadRunner All-Star Party, it should have been called Monty's Greatest Hits Night. You know what I mean?
Because, you know, Monty was the one who put it all together, and so we were just like kind of taking the piss, you know, at him.
Yeah, I was in this room, I think we were jamming Roots, and it got to that point, and Joey was like, look, we should stop here and just start a fuck Monty Connor chant.
Yeah, because it just went perfect with the riff.
Yeah.
We just said that because, like, how much, like, he was pushing everyone into, like, a certain direction, and we all had our own albums going on and stuff like that, but, you know, it's like, fuck Monty Connor, just like saying we love Monty Connor. I think the best A&R guy on the planet, to tell you the truth.
It's like we've been buddies since I was a kid, since he was a kid, you know? I knew Monty when he had hair, you know?
I mean, most A&R people just kind of bounce around from label to label in search of the bigger, better deal. Monty's just been there behind that desk, making metal records all these years, which just says something about kind of like a passion for the music and not just a passion for success.
He's absolutely loyal. I love Monty. He's one of my best friends.
What a dick tease!
What he? Who?
What a dick tease.
Who said that? Rob. And then obviously at the end we were trying to do Children of the Grave from Sabbath, but it didn't really work out. It was a dick tease, basically. That's what Rob said. Oh, what a dick tease, because, you know, we were kind of like starting that song, but we didn't actually get to finish it.
You know what? At the end of the day, honestly, it's the fans.
Fucking love you all, motherfuckers!
The fans have kept this label where it is. The fans will keep this label where it is. For me, it's as much as it was a night celebrating us, it was really for them. I just really hope that everyone who was there had a really good time, because I mean, we were obviously enjoying ourselves, but if the fans walked away going, fuck, that was a great concert, then, I mean, what more can you say?
But it was definitely a legendary night. You know, I'm really happy that it's going to come out on the DVD. I'm happy that RoadRunner finally decided to do it. Obviously, you're going to, you know, it's a live show. Musicians were drinking, so you know there's going to be a few mistakes. You'll hear some different stuff in there, but
just the energy, moment, time, moment. Yeah. It's live, you know.
Yeah, it was live, and it was great. It was an honor jamming with this guy. This guy's a shredder.
Likewise.
It was a big undertaking for sure. And I remember at the time they were telling us that they weren't going to release it. They were just going to record it and whatever. We figured it was going to get released, and then everyone said it's never going to get released, so we thought it just went away, you know. It's sort of a shame to not release it.
Maybe something will come out of it. Maybe people start checking it out now that this DVD's finally going to come out, that people will...
3 years later?
Yeah, three and a half, 4 years later.
Thanks everybody for coming out. Here's to another 25 years of RoadRunner.
We gotta make a RoadRunner 26th anniversary.
But 30th is coming up.
You know, 30th. It's been that long.
There's actually some other tracks that we wrote that me and him wrote that we never released that I still have. There's some stuff that we wrote for the RoadRunner All Stars that we never released, and I remember me, him, and Andreas and Adam, and we're talking about doing a band, and Paul Gray, we're talking about doing another band, but obviously his career took off. I had other things going on, so it was kind of hard to get together.
Everybody's busy, but maybe sometime in the future, maybe we'll actually get together and actually make a proper record.
Yeah, before we get too old and can't play anymore.
Never too old.
I could see them doing another one.
I could too, man.
Probably I'd definitely make time. If Joey called me to do something else, I would definitely, I would make it on, I would put it on my priority list.
If they're doing it again, keep me in mind.
Everyone will be washed away, drowning in the hell that we made. I cannot believe that I held it so near.
I'm just glad this thing's coming out on DVD and glad to speak about it, because it's just, the thing was just absolutely one of the coolest things that I've done in my life. And I think all of our lives, everyone that was involved, and thank you for everyone that was involved.
I gotta run. I gotta be back in town by 3.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, man.
It looks awesome. I can't wait to see it. Thanks, RoadRunner.
Thank you for coming and good night.